Yo, what up? We back. We back with my tribute to De La Soul, honoring the late, great Trugoy from De La Soul, who just passed. I found out he passed this Sunday. Well, I shouldn't say this Sunday. I found out this Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I found out that he passed, so I instantly knew I had to pay tribute to them because, like I said, they're one of my favorite groups, and I remember them. I just have this memory of them from beginning till now. I was up on them as soon as they came out. I was up on it, son. You know, plug tuning. You know, so earlier I did 3 songs from 3 Feet High and Rising. We're gonna jump into the second album, De La Soul is Dead, and it's a little brief history. Well, not history, but a couple things to mention about this album and them doing it. Number one, it dropped in '91, and I remember when it dropped in '91 because at the time, I had an apartment off of Boston Road in the Bronx. Had a little basement apartment, and I had 2 roommates too. And I remember at that time I had a girlfriend who was going to Delaware State College, and I remember I used to go out there with her, and I remember I used to bring that. We used to listen to that tape. She used to come down and pick me up, and I used to go out there and stay like the weekend with her at college, whatever. And I remember we used to play that tape, De La Soul is Dead, from beginning to end. And the way the tape was set up, it was like a story. Like these kids find the tape and they play it, and then you hear them playing it like, oh, and then like these 3 thugs come out and they take the tape from him and they play it, whatever. They beat up the kids and take their tape or whatever, and then they play, it's like skits in between, and we played it all the way through, and they had the songs were different, the vibe was different. It was more adult, definitely more adult, and they basically were saying De La Soul is Dead was that Daisy Age and stuff. That was just a little something we did. That's not us. That's something we did, to get off on our feet, to do something different. You know what I mean? But that's dead. We're not no hippies and all that stuff. This is us right here. We like De La Soul is Dead, and this is us. We giving you how we do. And they had a lot of good songs on there like that. I remember one in particular was Biddies in the BK Lounge. Biddies in the BK Lounge. All they do is beg and they scrounge. Biddies in the BK Lounge. The biddies in the BK Lounge. And like they're just talking about like each one has a verse and they talking like about foul chicks back then, foul chicks, ghetto chicks, whatever, how we want to say chicken heads, birds, or whatever, son, you know what I mean, jump offs, whatever, I like that song because like the beat and the way they rhyme to it. But this one right here is called, I'm we doing right now is called Ring Ring Ring, and this was like the first single off of that album, the video and everything, and it's hot, so I'm just gonna get it right now, yo. This one's louder. Fill my cup up.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you. Hey, how are you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you. Once again, it's another rap bandit, fiend in the eye, and I can't stand it. Wanna be down with the day glow, knocking on my door saying, hey yo yo. Knocking on my door saying, hey yo yo, I got a funky new tune with a fly banjo. I can't understand what the problem is. I find it hard enough dealing with my own biz. How they get my name and number? Then I stop and think and wonder about a plan. Yo man, I gotta step out top. You wanna call me up? Take my number down. It's 2222222. I got an answer machine that can talk to you. It goes,
hey, how you doing? Sorry I can't get through, but what's your name and your number, and I'll get back to you. Yo, check it.
Exit the
old style enters the new, but nothing's new by being hawked by a few. Or should I say a flock? Cause around every block there's Harry, Dick, and Tom with a demo in his palm. Now I'm with helping those who want to help themselves and flaunt a nut that's doggy as a dough. But it's not the move to hear the tales of limousines and pails of money they'll make like a pro. I be like, yo, black display me the tape. Well, actually show the time to spare or just make. But the songs created in they shacks be so whack. Situations like this, I now hate to give me smiles, Kool-Aid wide and ass.
What's it that?
And with the straightest face, I be like, hell yeah. I slip them the digits of Papa Prince Paul so I don't go AWOL. But yet I know when they call, they get.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you. Hey, how are you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you. Check it out. Party after dark on Dixon Ave. Haven't been to a jam in quite a while. Figure out, catch up on the latest styles. Then piles and piles of them will take about a mile. All I wanna do is cut on the deck 12, but addition appears by the mile to the sector. Believer of duty, plug one Moses in, and I be like, yo, G Pasta's all a producer.
Now woe is me to the third degree. Mace pulls the funny, so I make like the money. Check. But I'm getting used to this demo abuse, getting raped and giving birth to a tape. Cause there's no escape from the clutches of a hawker. Attached to my success, sent like a stalker. Make way to my radius, playing fly guy. Try to get my back, they force like Luke Scott. Me, myself, and I go through this act daily. And rarely do I not. No matter how I dodge, some jackal always nails me. No matter what the plot. And even out on tour, they be like, yo, I got a date to play you back at the hotel. I be like, oh, swell, unveil the numeric code that dials my room. And tell them to call me at noon. But of course there's no answering machine in my room, but a pretty young adore who I swung on tour. And if it rings while we're alone, she'll answer the phone, and with the quickness she'll recite like a poem.
Hey, you done did the right thing, dial up my ring ring, now you're waiting on the beat. Say, I would love if you sing the tune the true instead of fronting on the street. But no problemo, just play your demo, and at the end it's breakout time. Please don't press rewind, cause I'll just lay it down the line. Hey, how you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number, and I'll get back to you.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry I can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number, and we'll get back to you.
Yo, that was Hey Hey. Oh, excuse me, not Hey Hey, Ring Ring. I'm sorry. Hey, that was Ring Ring. Yo, as you can see from the other three songs I played in the earlier albums, this is 3 years later. They took a nice little hiatus before they did this, before this album dropped. 3 years. So they wasn't as young, you know, and of course they probably taking their time like, yo, this first one was such a big hit and everything like that. How are we gonna do this? We gonna come different. We ain't gonna do this Daisy Age shit. We gonna come with some how we do for real. Let them know. In the second album, De La Soul is Dead and This Is Us, and they went into some writing. When I heard this particular song, first song, this is the first song I heard of the tape, of the tape, the album back then, that made me want to get it. Well, I was gonna get it anyway, but when I heard it, I was like, wow. I was like, oh shit, this is how they came out. Like, seemed like they got lyrically better. You know, their flow and their lyrics was like how they expressed it. They still had their way of saying things in the same manner, but their flow and their lyrics and their confidence was more established in this album. You know, like you can see the growth and the maturity of them in this album. You know, that's why I'm gonna try and find another song from this album. But this is, like I said, Ring Ring Ring. As you can see, the video is better too. So they made a little bit more money on Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy invested a little bit more in the second album. But yo, I'll be right back with another one for you. Don't go nowhere, son. This is a tribute to Trugoy the Dove. You rest in peace, bro. I got you, son.